So we are going to delve into New Vinegar Syndrome set Spanish Bloodbath with Night of the Skull from 1974, directed by Jess Franco, which I didn't know going into this one till his name popped up at the start. And this one is a kind of typical giallo plot where you have someone at the start of this one, Lord Archibald Marion, who is brutally murdered in a terrific and horrific sequence at the start. Such a horrible death. I won't go into it because you want to see this one for yourself. And then the rest of his family gather at his castle for a will reading where they'll discover their fates of the family fortune.
En caso de que muera asesinado, ábrase solamente este sobre y destrúyase el otro.
It feels very familiar. And it's really great because it's a shorthand into this film. You know instantly kind of what's going to happen. There's going to be lots of dynamics between the family members, whether they hate each other or love each other, have secret affairs going on. Everybody's after money in one way or another. And there is a masked killer with a kind of skull mask hunting people down and taking them out one by one. It's great. It's a really solid Spanish giallo flick, and even for like Jess Franco movies, which I've seen a couple now, some of them not so great, some of them really good. This is for me up there as one of the better ones because I enjoyed the style and the tension and the suspense that he really builds within this film. Some of the kill sequences are super interesting as they're following a kind of text of various ways that people must die. The murders are never simple things for people. They're horrific deaths, torturous deaths, and to see them getting played out is wonderful in the film because it feels very different and impactful because you see these people really suffering. It's not overly gratuitous, it just feels like a hard death. And the mystery behind everything is a welcome addition to this one. It feels like it's kind of well thought out. I kind of caught me off guard a little bit. I wasn't sure who it was going to be. The characters are all fun. There feels as if there's enough of a family drama going on where they're all kind of accusing each other of things and drawing skeletons out of the woodwork, which just leads to some fantastic set pieces all in. You have some wacky moments that come out of nowhere where all of a sudden they just throw in these random relatives that have never been mentioned before.
Los nuevos asistentes son Albert Pagani, señora, y Alfred Marion. El primero es primo consanguíneo del difunto Lord.
They just turn up out the blue and you know that most of them are going to be victims at some point. Maybe there's some other things going to go on, maybe some love affairs between some of the characters. Some of the characters are so reprehensible that you're just waiting for them to be brutally taken out. There's one, the mistress of the house, that just keeps bursting into one of the servants' quarters and just beating her senseless, whipping her. She does it in one sequence, the person's fast asleep, and then all of a sudden they've got this woman on top of them just beating the crap out of them. It's so unnecessarily twisted.
¡Maldita mestiza! Creías que ibas a llevártelo todo.
Unlike other Jess Franco movies, it's not really full of over-the-top gore or nudity in sex sequences. That's really much tailored back here. It's very much a giallo. It's all about the suspense, the tension, the creation of mood, the mystery at the heart of it. And I think on that front, it works incredibly well. As a lead-off to this set, which I wasn't sure about, it's a wonderful start. Kind of taking off from the Forgotten Gialli sets almost. It could quite comfortably be one of the better movies within any of those sets, and leads me to hope that the rest of these movies are going to be as much fun. Night of the Skull, definitely check it out. If you're a giallo fan at all, you're going to love this thing like I did. I want to know your thoughts on Night of the Skull if you have seen it. So let me know in the comment box below whether you loved it, hated it, or fell somewhere in the middle. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.